Good evening, everyone, and a very warm day 2 of the STACS Virtual Festival 2024. My name is Pamela and I'm Head of Computing Science and STEM at Morrison's Academy, where I've been teaching computing science for almost 20 years. Tonight, I'm joined by Brendan, who needs no introduction, but he's going to introduce himself anyway.
Hi, Pamela. It's good to have you back. You were here last year. You were presenting, so very nice to have you back as a host, a familiar face. So yeah, I'm Brendan McCart. I'm one of STACS co-leads. The other co-lead, of course, is Tony Scullion, that everybody knows pretty well. Tony will give me a row if I don't tell you all to be on social media. To please post about the event. Please use hashtag by Teachers for Teachers and hashtag STACS Virtual Festival. We have got 3 great sessions for you this evening. First of all, we're going to hear from Fraser Mackay, another well-known face. He's going to be describing the approach taken in his school for P7 S1 transition and how that fits with the school strategy for BGE. And he's also going to tell us about his legendary robot army that he keeps on going on about. Next up is Debbie Kennedy, who was one of the STACS tutors earlier this year, and she'll be joined with Yasmin Kanwal and Kate Farrell from Edinburgh University. They are also going to be exploring an approach to primary-secondary transition, but this time it's kind of in a local authority context, working with Edinburgh University in a partnership. So that's a different angle on the transition approach. And then finally, we've got Jack Walker, who's going to draw on successful initiatives at his school to describe an event-based approach for engaging girls in CS. And of course, Gender Gap's still with us, still closing it, but there was some nice stuff on the STACS Connected website about teachers, 1 or 2 teachers saying that the thing's tipping, and there's some classes there with the girls outnumbering the boys, which is brilliant to hear that that's happening. If that happens in more places, that will be brilliant news. So before we hear from Fraser, we're delighted to be able to bring a very special message from Pam Duncan Glancy, who is an MSP. She is the Shadow Cabinet Education Secretary at the Scottish Parliament. We showed the clip yesterday. I hope that if you attended the festival yesterday that you'll enjoy seeing her contribution again. So here we go with a message from Pamela.
My name is Pam Duncan Glancy and I'm the Shadow Cabinet Secretary for Education representing Scottish Labour. I'm delighted to be able to speak with you, if not in person, but virtually today, to first of all say thank you for everything that you are doing to promote the study of computing science in our schools and beyond. We need more support for computing science teachers, we need more computing science teachers, and we need an understanding all the way through the school system from arguably early years all the way through to the end of high school and beyond into college and university, so that people understand why computing science is important, not just for computing science's sake, but actually for the sake of building our future economy and facing the challenges that we have as a society, both in terms of health and social care and indeed climate change. That's why I'm really passionate about ensuring we've got a strong focus on computing science in schools, more teachers to support the development of that in schools, and an understanding and inspiration for young people in our schools so that they can see the value in computing science for them. I think it's also important to mention that we need to do that particularly with attention to girls and women, because we know that we need to address some of the gender imbalances in this too, and the work that you guys are doing on a daily basis to try and do that is commendable. So I want to say thank you. We in Scottish Labour value your profession and we value your passion and commitment, and indeed we share it to promote computing science as a subject and as a career in Scotland going forward. Thank you.
Without being party political, it's fantastic to see politicians like Pam supporting computing science education in Scotland and indeed further afield. That through engagement with our MSPs that will begin to see real change in the profession. So I'd really like to thank Pam for her message